Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to our Facebook Live this morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Ashley Holter, publisher of WriteBrain, and next to me is
Luke Manifold. I'm the writer for WriteBrain.
Yeah. I've brought Luke along with me today to talk a little bit about custom publications and what they can do for your business. I'll be asking the questions and Luke will be providing some insight and some answers of some things that you might have been thinking about.
Yeah. Well, first things first, we should probably...
Yeah. So, Luke, explain what custom publications are. We use the term a lot. We know what we're talking about, but other people might not be familiar.
Yeah, and they're kind of like traditional magazines in that kind of way, but the biggest difference is that they're produced by sponsoring organizations. So the organizations are producing these instead of ad revenue, but there sometimes are ad revenue, but the sponsoring organizations are the ones primarily driving this content. They have real enticing content that the organization produces in their industry to help inform their audience, stuff like that. So in that way, they're not that different from a traditional magazine. They can be released on like an annual, biannual, quarterly basis, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that's essentially what it is. And actually, an interesting fact that one of the oldest custom publications was produced in the 1890s by John Deere, the Furrow magazine. And it's one of the oldest forms of content marketing, which we're kind of big on and is kind of a big trend in the marketing industry. It's expected to be a $300 billion industry by 2019,
That's
so
impressive.
It's a big industry.
You see other brands locally doing some of the same thing.
Yeah.
IB has their own publication. Perfect Cut has a publication similar to that, so I can see. Mm-hmm. Why are these custom publications so effective? Why do people invest so much time and money?
Sure. Well, the biggest thing is that they're one of the best ways to engage your readers. Where we're living in a world with clickbait articles on your phone, Twitter. You're scrolling through, you see all this different stuff. This is really a good way to engage your readers with real enticing content. As I said, it's in-depth stuff. It's stuff that readers want. It's not stuff they're just going to glance over. When they pick up this custom publication, they're going to read it. And actually, 79% of readers receiving the product, or 79% of readers actually remember receiving the product. Wow. 77% have read through at least a quarter of it. So you're really getting the engagement with the readers, and that's the biggest thing with custom publications.
That's a staggering number.
Yeah, it is, and that is why we think that this is one of the best ways to reach consumers and really become a thought leader, which we'll talk about in a little bit in your industry, and become kind of the carve a niche out in your industry.
Yeah, the expert.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So how do custom publications boost your brand?
Sure, and it really revolves around the idea of thought leadership, right? Mm-hmm. So in your industry, as I kind of just mentioned before, it's becoming you know your industry, right? And you want to inform your audience or your potential audience about stuff happening in your industry and facts about your industry and stuff like that. So I'll go to an example, a gardening business, right?
Sure.
They could use a custom publication to inform their audience or potential consumers about some different types of flowers that are in season, or
I could use a gardening publication right now to inspire me.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you can reach home gardeners, which is your audience. So while you're giving them real enticing content, you're also positioning yourself as the thought leader in that industry, and they're going to think of your company, your brand. That's kind of the thing that's going to come to their mind when they think of home gardening, where they want to get their information, where they want to get their products eventually, hopefully. Yeah.
So tell me more about this, though. Wouldn't giving away information for free be a risky proposition?
Yeah, and that's something that people think, like giving away free business, or what they think is free business doesn't help, but not at all. I mean, that this is actually a good way to directly get business. And looking up some facts, 74% of people who read through custom publications have made an action because of it in the next 12 months. I mean, that's 3/4 of people. So 3 out of 4 people are making an action linked to their custom publication they read because of that.
So print's not dead.
Yeah, print is not dead. No. And whenever people say that, you have these numbers to back it up. Yeah, exactly. It's not dead. It's just a different role. It's a different role than what it used to be. And actually, 23% of people directly made a purchase from that organization or charity or whatever you want to say.
That's a pretty good ROI.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not giving away free information. It's really helping your brand, and in the long run, it really does help.
Encouraging your potential customer to buy.
Yeah,
it sounds
exactly.
like.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So what other benefits do custom publications provide?
Sure, and this one's kind of weird, so bear with me a little bit, but it actually does help produce web traffic.
Really?
Custom publications, they're as you can imagine, they kind of have a confined space where you can put content. You're confined to a page. So in that way, there's a little bit of limitation, but you can drive people to your website from this custom publication. So say you have an article about gardening tips. I'll go back to the gardening business. You can write at the bottom of an article, or you can have a little sidebar in your custom publication saying, come back to our website because we have so much more content. We have so many more tips and tricks we can give you, right? And actually the numbers kind of back that up a little bit too. So it looks more than 36% of readers actually go seek out a product or a service they saw in the custom publication online. So that's a good percent of readers that are actually going online. And if you can give them a place to go, that helps them out a little bit. They don't have to go to Google and search it out. They can just look at your website. Right. Exactly.
That's smart.
Yeah, and another way you can use custom publications to actually promote your brand. Now, we don't want custom publications to be completely salesy. That's not the point of what they are. You want them to be informative.
Right.
But it's a good way to position yourself as one of the industry leaders in how you're innovating the industry or you're helping the industry, because that's stuff that matters. It's not just saying we're the best company, you know what I mean? It's saying we want to help the industry and this is how we're doing
Letting
it.
your ideas, your information speak for themselves.
Exactly. And also you can promote events that are happening within your industry because your audience is going to be interested in those events. So going back to a gardening business, maybe they're sponsoring a home and garden show in the city or something like that. You could put that in your magazine because that's going to be informative and interesting to your audience.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, this is good information, Luke. Thank you for sharing.
That's great.
If you want more help or information on custom publishing, feel free to reach out to us. Our email information will be in the comments below. You can also come to our meet and greet next week on Thursday, March 1st from 4 to 6 here at the Depot. We are encouraging folks to come, say hello, see what WriteBrain's about, and also learn more about you, your business. Maybe you're a graphic designer, a photographer, maybe you have some great content ideas. We just want to reach out to the community and engage and share a glass of wine. So sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
And then also, Luke, we've got another really exciting thing going on. Do you want to share a little bit about our survey?
Yeah, so we have a survey out now. We're trying to help out small businesses in the community by offering some free social media service, some content marketing service. So we have a survey on our Facebook if you want to go look. We have a link on there. You can go fill out the survey, and you'll be considered for this free giveaway we're helping
6
out.
months of content marketing, social media, and $8,100 value.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Please, we would love to talk to you and potentially help your business with that as well. So thanks a lot for joining us today. Enjoy your Friday. It looks like the sun is shining finally, and I'm going to go research some gardening tips.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Bye.